Ford is setting up a showdown with Tesla as the electric vehicle market heats up. Ford CEO Jim Farley will meet with dealers next week to set the stage for selling electric vehicles. Farley wants to lower the price of its electric vehicles so Ford can compete with Tesla. Last week, Ford announced that it will cut 3,000 jobs. This massive layoff comes as the company tries to transition to electric vehicles and away from gas-powered cars. For years now, legacy automakers have been in an emerging rivalry with electric vehicle leader Tesla. Now, the time has come for head-on competition. What does it mean for legacy automakers like Ford? What does it mean for Tesla? What does it mean for the future of transportation? What does it mean for the US economy? And, what does it mean for the future of the United States? But, before we get into that, please hit the like button. Please leave us a comment below, we would love to hear from you. Please hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos. One of Tesla's most significant advantages is its ability to effectively sell directly to consumers. Tesla sells all of its cars through its online website. No car dealerships are involved in the Tesla sales channel. So Tesla can eliminate any costs that are related to car dealerships and streamline delivery. When Tesla first began selling EVs, many saw its DTC approach as a vulnerability. But the opposite turned out to be true, and the direct sales model is a big advantage for Tesla. Despite opposition from dealership groups and state governments, selling cars directly to buyers is working. Tesla is proving the direct sales model not only works, but it is more efficient. Dealerships make their money from vehicle sales and vehicle service. But, all of that money is really as costs to the car owner. It costs a lot of money to store cars on a lot, not least of which is the cost of the land, which can be very expensive. Those costs are passed on to the buyer. Legacy automakers and electric vehicle startups are focusing on the direct sales business model. Electric vehicle startups are trying to copy the success of Tesla. Elon Musk often discusses how Tesla can operate efficiently and pass the savings on to buyers. During the Tesla Q2 earnings call, Elon explained, "We need to make stuff and make it efficiently. But, making an electric vehicle profitably is very difficult. And Tesla vehicles are very expensive." Tesla has proven that efficient selling and distribution can partially offset higher manufacturing costs. Ford is learning from the Tesla playbook as it sold the second most electric vehicles in Q2. That said, after trading shots back and forth between Elon Musk and Jim Farley, Ford is actually leading in the electric pickup truck races with its F-150 Lightning. Farley told dealers that Ford is not planning to take its products off dealership lots to sell cars online. But Farley wants new agreements with dealers to sell its electric vehicles. Farley said Ford needs to reduce selling costs by about $2,000 per vehicle to compete with Tesla. Currently, Ford actually does sell low-inventory vehicle models directly to consumers. Although this will help cut costs by about $600 or $700 per vehicle, it still won't be enough to compete with Tesla, which can update pricing instantly, said Farley. The market capitalization of Tesla reached $1 trillion earlier this year. That is more than 10 times the market capitalization of Ford. And, it is more than 5 times the combined market capitalization of Ford and General Motors combined. Is Ford going all in? So far, that does seem to be the case. Ford is making the right moves right now, and they are paying off. Working with dealers is a smart move for Ford. Dealerships should also be interested in the incredible growth in electric vehicle demand. If they want to compete with Tesla and other EV startups, dealerships will need to be more flexible. This headcount reduction and corporate restructuring come amid fears of a recession in the United States. Inflation is at a 40-year high. Cars have been getting progressively more expensive in the past 20 years. The combination of higher prices, economic recession, and climate change are creating a sense of urgency for Ford. As part of the restructuring, Ford will separate its electric car business from its internal combustion car business. Ford currently employs approximately 31,000 salaried people in North America. The Ford Plus plan includes reducing structural costs by $3 billion per year by 2026. At the same time, Ford is investing billions in its electric vehicle business. Like General Motors, Stellantis, and other legacy automakers, most of the Ford employee base is currently focused on internal combustion engine vehicles. CEO Jim Farley has mapped out an approach for Ford to increase a wide lineup of electrical cars. Like Tesla, Ford plans to generate extra sales via offerings that rely upon virtual software program and connectivity. Tesla-S pre-tax earnings margins have passed Ford for the past 12 months. In Monday's email to personnel, Farley and Ford stated the employer's price structure is incompetitive as opposed to conventional and new competitors. Rising costs for batteries and practically all other components are weighing on Ford. Still, Ford has achieved its full -12 months earnings forecast. This is largely due to strong sales of its F-150 line of pickup trucks. Rival General Motors announced 14,000 job cuts in 2018 to focus on electric vehicles and software. General Motors CEO Mary Barra has announced that the company will transition to an all-electric product line. The current lineup from General Motors includes the Chevy Bolt, the Hummer EV, the Silverado pickup EV, and the electric Blazer SUV. Starting in the fall of 2023, the transition begins in earnest with the all-electric Chevrolet Equinox EV. By 2035, all General Motors vehicles will be electric. This rollout plan is General Motors' second chance at trying to become the mass market leader in the electric vehicle market. But no car makers have been able to make an electric vehicle priced below $30,000. This is because the cost of batteries is very high and continues to increase. This is our big opportunity to get a massive adoption, said Scott Bell, Global Vice President of Chevrolet. This is a game changer for us and for the industry, continued Bell. General Motors' Ramos Arizpe factory in Mexico will manufacture the Chevy Equinox EV. Full-scale production volumes will take about 2 years. We can absolutely catch and surpass industry leader Tesla in U.S. sales of electric vehicles by 2025, said CEO Mary Barra. Those plans include more than 1 million units of EV production capacity in China and North America, each, by that time, Barra also noted. The $30,000 entry price of the Equinox EV compares to $66,000 for the Tesla Model Y. And it compares to $35,300 for gas-powered crossover vehicles in the same category. General Motors' first electric vehicle was the Chevy Bolt. The Chevy Bolt was first introduced to the market in December of 2016. But, sales volumes of the Chevy Bolt never exceeded 25,000. That is a long way from mainstream sales volumes like the numbers achieved by the gas. The Equinox EV will enter a much larger market than the smaller Bolt models. The crossover vehicle market is much larger than the small car market in the US. General Motors has created its Ultium electric vehicle platform on which all of its crossover vehicle product line will be based until at least 2030. This announcement comes as the average price of a new car purchase in the United States has now reached $48,000. That is up from $39,000 just 2 years ago. The price of new cars and trucks rose % in 2022, according to a report by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Car prices have skyrocketed in the last 2 years. The pandemic led to many imbalances. The Federal Reserve started a series of steep interest rate hikes earlier this year because of high inflation. So far as yet to have a sizable impact on the auto industry. But cars are no longer cheap. One of the main factors is that cars are now more technologically sophisticated. But that is not the only reason. Car manufacturing costs rise as more vehicles get more sensors, infotainment and voice activation systems. Industry analysts believe these cheap cars will never return to the US market. The plan of automakers like Tesla is to be able to build electric cars for around $25,000 that could possibly become the lowest-priced car in the United States. But, what do you think? Have we seen the end of affordable cars? Will the shrinking wealth of the middle class make cars unaffordable? Or, will electric cars become the new affordable cars? What do you think? Please hit the like button. Please leave us a comment below, we would love to hear from you. Please hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos. Please share this video on social media. Thank you for watching.